So an underrated horror film in your opinion. So not that everyone hates this, just a movie you feel people don't talk about enough that you think is really good. Obviously horror.
I'm going to say The Tingler.
Ooh.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, hell yeah. Vincent Price, man.
Yeah, yeah. I just feel
William
like
Castle, right? Directed it?
yeah, exactly. William Castle gets talked about as kind of like a joke footnote, but I feel like his movies are just as good as Hitchcock. Um, and and The Tingler is just so good, and it's respected as like a cult movie, but I feel like it should be respected more as just a movie because it's so good and it has so many memorable elements, and it's got to be one of the earliest LSD references in a movie, and what they were doing with color, and yeah, I just think that movie deserves to be considered like one of the great horror films, and I feel like it's kind of looked at as like a footnote in the shadow of Rosemary's Baby or something like that. But I don't know. I think The Tingler is just as good as it gets.
Yeah, I think whenever you hear about The Tingler, all people talk about is when people were shocked in their
Yes,
seats. That's all you ever hear about. There's people
that's
that
all
don't
you ever hear about.
That's it.
But it's such a good movie that I was just going on about it for whatever, and I didn't even think to mention the shock in the seats, which is just a whole nother thing, which everyone kind of like laughs at William Castle's gimmicks, but I feel like he was a genius because no one even today thinks about like how can we put out a movie but make the movie experience beyond just what's on the screen. And he was thinking of that with like almost every release he did, and I don't think anyone's even caught up with him today.
Yeah, what was it? House on Haunted Hill. He had a skeleton, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
He had one on like a string. Someone was like pull or cable or something, and he would have it sort of swing over the audience and stuff like that. We actually have
yeah, that's a good one. And one of my favorites is I think it's for the movie Homicidal.
Yeah.
He had a coward's corner. So if the movie and they cut to a screen, it was like the climax of the movie. They were like, and they did a really good job building tension. Even watching it at home, the tension was built for me at least. And they cut to this screen and they're like, if it's too scary for you to go, and it's like a POV shot walking into a house. They're like, if it's too scary to go in the house, go to the coward's corner right now. And the movie theaters would actually have a coward's corner, and there's photos of them I've seen online.
I have to look into that. I didn't know about it. I know the film, but I didn't know that they had a whole coward's corner where people can go. I'm guessing, was it outside of the theater? Like outside of the actual
I think it was
room?
like in the lobby. It was just like kind of like a cardboard, like little corner.
I'm shocked that in 2025 they haven't re-released The Tingler and shocked people in their seats again. Like just brought back that gimmick for like a single run. I'm just surprised. We've got this 4DX stuff now where the seats move when you go see a movie. I'm just like surprised they haven't brought back some of these William Castle gimmicks. It just kind of revitalize them, and even if you want to do it to a contemporary movie, that's fine. But it'd be cool to have a Tingler screening now, like even if it's a limited run, where people are zapped in their chairs.
They used to do it in Los Angeles. There was this place called the Silent Movie Theater, which was not actually silent despite its name. They showed like silent movies like sometimes, but they showed the Tingler once a year there.
That's
and
cool.
They would do some zapping. But it's out of business now, like many cool things. It didn't last.
That sucks. I want to go see The Tingler and get zapped. That's one thing I would like to do in my life.